Have you ever noticed how some people seem to effortlessly attract good things into their lives? It's like they have a magic touch, turning everything they do into gold. Meanwhile, others struggle, no matter how hard they try. What if I told you there's a way to join those lucky few? A method that doesn't require special skills or lots of money. Today we're diving into Joseph Murphy's unique approach to making your dreams come true. It's a powerful technique that could change your life forever, just like it has for countless others. Think about this for a moment. Everything you see around you, your home, your job, your relationships, all started as a thought in someone's mind. That's the core of Murphy's teaching. He believed our thoughts are like seeds. Plant good ones and good things grow. Plant bad ones and, well, you can guess what happens. But here's the exciting part. You get to choose which seeds to plant. Imagine having that kind of control over your life. Before we jump into Murphy's ideas, let's talk about the man himself. Joseph Murphy wasn't always a spiritual teacher. Born in Ireland in 1898, he started his career as a pharmacist, but he had a curious mind and a deep interest in different religions and beliefs. This curiosity led him on a journey across the world, studying with spiritual leaders in India and beyond. Murphy's big breakthrough came when he realized that all the world's major religions and philosophies shared a common thread. They all talked about the power of the mind to shape reality. This idea became the foundation of his teachings, which he shared through books, lectures, and radio shows. His most famous book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, has sold millions of copies and been translated into dozens of languages. People all over the world have used his methods to improve their lives, from finding better jobs to healing relationships and even overcoming illnesses. At the core of Murphy's approach is a simple but powerful idea. Your subconscious mind is incredibly powerful, and it shapes your reality based on your thoughts and beliefs. Think of your subconscious like a supercomputer that's always running in the background. It doesn't judge whether your thoughts are good or bad, possible or impossible. It simply takes what you feed it and works to make those thoughts real. Here's where it gets really interesting. Murphy taught that your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what you vividly imagine. This means that by consciously choosing your thoughts and beliefs, you can program your subconscious to help you achieve your goals. But it's not just about positive thinking. Murphy's approach goes deeper. He believed that to truly change your life, you need to engage your emotions. It's not enough to just think about what you want. You need to feel it, to experience it in your mind as if it's already real. This emotional engagement is what gives power to your thoughts and activates your subconscious mind. Now you might be thinking this all sounds a bit like magic, but there's actually science to back it up. Modern neuroscience has shown that our brains are incredibly adaptable. When we consistently think certain thoughts or practice certain skills, our brains physically change. New neural pathways form, making those thoughts or skills easier and more automatic over time. This is why Murphy's approach can be so effective. By consistently feeding your mind positive thoughts and vivid images of your desired reality, you're actually rewiring your brain. You're creating new pathways that support your goals and dreams. Moreover, psychologists have long recognized the power of belief in shaping our experiences. It's called the self-fulfilling prophecy. When we truly believe something will happen, we unconsciously act in ways that make it more likely to occur. We notice opportunities we might have missed before. We feel more confident, which affects how others respond to us. In this way, our beliefs really can shape our reality. So how do you actually use Murphy's teachings in your daily life? It starts with becoming aware of your thoughts. Many of us go through life on autopilot, letting negative thoughts and worries dominate our minds without even realizing it. The first step is to start paying attention to what you're thinking. Once you're aware of your thoughts, you can begin to change them. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, pause and consciously choose a more positive thought. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I'll never get that promotion," stop and replace it with something like, "I have valuable skills to offer, and I'm working towards my goals every day." But remember, it's not just about the words. Try to really feel the truth of that positive statement. Imagine yourself succeeding in your job, picture the respect of your colleagues, feel the pride and satisfaction of achievement. The more real you can make it in your mind, the more powerful the effect will be. Murphy also emphasized the importance of relaxation in this process. When you're stressed or tense, it's harder for new ideas to penetrate your subconscious. That's why many people find that inspiration strikes when they're in the shower or just waking up or doing something relaxing. These are moments when our conscious mind is quiet, allowing our subconscious to speak up. To take advantage of this, Murphy recommended spending time each day in quiet reflection or meditation. This doesn't have to be complicated. Simply find a quiet place, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing for a few minutes. Then, in this relaxed state, visualize your goals as if they're already achieved. Feel the emotions of success, gratitude, and joy. Another key tool in Murphy's approach is the use of affirmations. These are positive statements that you repeat to yourself regularly. The idea is to replace negative self-talk with empowering beliefs. For example, instead of telling yourself, "I'm not good with money," you might use the affirmation, "I make wise financial decisions and attract abundance." When creating affirmations, Murphy advised using present tense statements. Instead of saying, "I will be successful," say, "I am successful." This helps your subconscious accept the statement as current reality rather than a future possibility. It's also important to choose affirmations that feel true to you. If there's too big a gap between your current beliefs and your affirmation, your mind might reject it. Start with statements that stretch your beliefs a little, but still feel possible. As you see results, you can gradually make your affirmations more ambitious. Of course, changing your thoughts and beliefs isn't always easy. We all have deeply ingrained habits of thinking, many of which we've been carrying since childhood. It's normal to face resistance when you try to change these patterns. Murphy recognized this challenge. He taught that persistence is key. Just like building physical muscles, building new mental habits takes time and consistent effort. Don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Keep practicing, and over time, you'll start to notice changes in your thoughts, your feelings, and eventually, your external reality. Another common obstacle is the influence of others. We're all affected by the people around us, and if you're surrounded by negativity, it can be hard to maintain a positive mindset. Murphy advised being selective about the company you keep and the information you consume. Seek out positive influences, whether that's through friendships, books, or inspiring media. To really understand the power of Murphy's approach, let's look at some real-life examples. Take Sarah, for instance. She had always struggled with her weight and had a negative self-image. After learning about Murphy's teachings, she decided to change her inner dialogue. Instead of criticizing her body, she started affirming, "I am healthy, fit, and full of energy." At first it felt strange and even a bit silly, but Sarah persisted. She visualized herself at her ideal weight, feeling strong and confident. She imagined how it would feel to easily zip up her favorite dress, to run without getting out of breath, to look in the mirror and smile at her reflection. Over time, Sarah noticed she was making healthier choices without even trying. She found herself craving nutritious foods and enjoying exercise. Her energy increased, and she started to feel more confident. Within a year, she had lost 50 pounds and, more importantly, had developed a positive, loving relationship with her body. Or consider Michael, who had always dreamed of starting his own business but was held back by fear of failure. He began using Murphy's techniques, affirming daily, "I am a successful entrepreneur. I have innovative ideas and the skills to bring them to life." Michael visualized himself confidently pitching his ideas, leading a team, and seeing his products on store shelves. As he did this, he found his fear slowly melting away. He started noticing business opportunities he had overlooked before. When challenges arose, instead of getting discouraged, he saw them as opportunities to learn and grow. 2 years later, Michael's business was thriving. He often remarked that the biggest change wasn't in his external circumstances, but in how he saw himself. By changing his inner world, he had transformed his outer reality. These stories illustrate a crucial point in Murphy's teaching. The outer world reflects the inner world. By changing your thoughts and beliefs, you change the foundation upon which your life is built. One aspect of Murphy's approach that's often overlooked is the importance of gratitude. He taught that feeling grateful for what you already have opens the door for more good things to come into your life. This isn't just about being polite or morally good. Murphy believed that gratitude has a powerful effect on our subconscious mind. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we train our minds to notice the positive aspects of our lives. This creates a positive feedback loop, making us feel happier and more optimistic, which in turn attracts more positive experiences. Try this. Each day, take a few moments to think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for your morning coffee, a kind word from a friend, or a beautiful sunset. The key is to really feel the gratitude, not just think about it intellectually. As you practice this, you might notice that you start feeling more positive overall. You might find yourself complaining less and appreciating more. This shift in focus can have a profound effect on your life experience. Now, it's important to understand that Murphy's approach isn't about sitting back and waiting for good things to magically appear in your life. While he emphasized the power of the mind, he also recognized the importance of action. The idea is that by changing your thoughts and beliefs, you change your actions. When you truly believe something is possible, you're more likely to take steps towards achieving it. You'll be more alert to opportunities, more willing to take calculated risks, and more persistent in the face of setbacks. Moreover, taking action reinforces your new beliefs. Each small step you take towards your goals provides evidence to your subconscious that your new, positive beliefs are true. This creates a positive cycle. Your beliefs inspire action, and your actions strengthen your beliefs. So while visualization and affirmations are powerful tools, they should be combined with practical action. Set goals, make plans, and take consistent steps towards what you want to achieve. Trust that as you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions, you'll start to see amazing changes in your life. Of course, life isn't always smooth sailing, even when you're using Murphy's techniques. You'll still face challenges and setbacks. The key is how you respond to these difficulties. Murphy taught that every experience, even the ones that seem negative, contains a seed of opportunity. When you face a setback, instead of getting discouraged, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this help me grow? This doesn't mean denying your feelings or pretending everything is perfect. It's okay to feel disappointed or frustrated when things don't go as planned. The important thing is not to dwell in those negative emotions. Acknowledge how you feel, then shift your focus to what you can do to move forward. Remember, your subconscious doesn't judge your thoughts as good or bad. It simply works to make them reality. So even in difficult times, try to maintain a positive, solution-focused mindset. This will help you bounce back faster and often lead to unexpected opportunities. One of the most exciting aspects of Murphy's approach is that it doesn't just affect your own life. It can have a positive impact on those around you too. As you change your thoughts and beliefs, you'll likely notice changes in how you interact with others. You might find yourself becoming more patient, more understanding, more willing to see the best in people. This shift in your behavior can inspire positive changes in your relationships. Your optimism might become contagious, uplifting the mood of your family, friends, or colleagues. Moreover, as you achieve your goals and create positive changes in your life, you become an example to others. Without saying a word, you show people what's possible when you harness the power of your mind. You might find people asking you for advice or feeling inspired to make changes in their own lives. This ripple effect is part of what makes Murphy's approach so powerful. By changing yourself, you have the potential to positively influence countless others. The 3 pillars of Murphy's approach. Now that we've laid the groundwork, let's dive deeper into the core principles of Joseph Murphy's unique approach to manifestation. These 3 key ideas form the foundation of his teachings and can be powerful tools for transforming your life. The first and perhaps most crucial principle in Murphy's approach is understanding the incredible power of your subconscious mind. Think of your mind as having 2 parts: the conscious mind, which is what you use for everyday thinking and decision-making, and the subconscious mind, which is like a vast storehouse of memories, beliefs, and automatic behaviors. Murphy believed that while your conscious mind is important, it's your subconscious that really runs the show. Your subconscious mind controls things like your heartbeat and breathing without you even thinking about it. But it also influences your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in ways you might not realize. Here's the exciting part. Your subconscious mind is incredibly powerful, but it doesn't judge or analyze. It simply accepts what you feed it as true. This means that if you can learn to communicate effectively with your subconscious, you can harness its power to help you achieve your goals. So how do you do this? Murphy taught that the subconscious responds best to images and emotions. When you vividly imagine something and really feel the emotions associated with it, your subconscious accepts it as real. This is why visualization is such a powerful tool in Murphy's approach. For example, if you want to become more confident, spend time each day visualizing yourself acting confidently in various situations. See yourself speaking up in meetings, confidently handling challenges, and interacting easily with others. Really feel the emotions of confidence and self-assurance. Over time, your subconscious will start to accept this confident version of you as reality, and you'll naturally start to act more confidently in your daily life. Remember, this isn't about forcing yourself to think positive thoughts all the time. It's about consistently feeding your subconscious mind positive images and feelings, allowing it to gradually reshape your beliefs and behaviors. The second key principle in Murphy's approach is what he called the law of belief. Simply put, this law states that whatever you truly believe with feeling and conviction will become your reality. This might sound simplistic at first, but it's actually a profound idea with far-reaching implications. Your beliefs shape your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your reality. Change your beliefs, and you change everything. Murphy wasn't talking about surface-level beliefs here. He was referring to the deep, often unconscious beliefs that form the foundation of how you see yourself and the world. These are beliefs you might not even realize you have, but they influence every aspect of your life. For example, if you have a deep-seated belief that you're not worthy of success, you might unconsciously sabotage opportunities that come your way. You might not put your all into projects, or you might shy away from taking risks, all because of this underlying belief. On the other hand, if you truly believe that you're capable and deserving of success, you'll approach challenges with confidence and persistence. You'll be more likely to seize opportunities and bounce back from setbacks. The good news is that beliefs can be changed. It takes time and consistent effort, but it's possible to reshape even your most deeply held beliefs. Murphy recommended using affirmations, visualization, and conscious reflection to gradually shift your beliefs in a more positive direction. Here's a practical way to start. Take some time to reflect on your beliefs about yourself and your life. Are there any negative beliefs holding you back? Once you identify them, create positive affirmations that counter these limiting beliefs. Repeat these affirmations daily, really feeling the truth of them. Over time, you'll start to notice a shift in your thoughts and behaviors. The third pillar of Murphy's approach is closely related to the law of belief. It's what many people today call the law of attraction. This principle states that you attract into your life whatever you focus on most consistently. Murphy explained it this way: your thoughts and feelings send out vibrations into the universe, and the universe responds by bringing you experiences that match those vibrations. If you consistently focus on lack and limitation, you'll attract more experiences of lack. If you focus on abundance and opportunity, that's what you'll attract. This doesn't mean that just thinking about something will make it magically appear. Rather, it's about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with what you want to attract. When you do this, you become more attuned to opportunities that align with your goals. You also become more likely to take actions that lead you towards what you want. For example, if you want to attract more financial abundance, start by shifting your focus from what you lack to what you already have. Practice gratitude for the money and resources you currently have. Visualize yourself living a life of abundance, really feeling the emotions of financial security and freedom. As you do this, you might notice that you start handling your money more wisely. You might become more alert to financial opportunities you previously overlooked. You might find yourself inspired to learn new skills that increase your earning potential. All of these actions increase the likelihood of attracting more abundance into your life. It's important to note that Murphy didn't see the law of attraction as a passive process. He emphasized the importance of inspired action. When you align your thoughts and feelings with your goals, you'll often feel inspired to take specific actions. Follow these inspirations. They're often your subconscious mind guiding you towards your goals. Now that we've explored Murphy's 3 key principles, let's look at how you can apply them in your everyday life. Remember, the power of these ideas lies in consistent practice. It's not about perfection, but about gradually shifting your habitual thoughts and beliefs over time. Murphy believed that how you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. He recommended spending the first few minutes of your day in positive contemplation. Before you even get out of bed, take a few deep breaths and think about what you're grateful for. Then, spend a few moments visualizing your day going well. See yourself handling challenges with ease, interacting positively with others, and making progress towards your goals. really feel the positive emotions associated with these images. This simple practice can shift your mindset and set you up for a more positive and productive day. Affirmations are a powerful tool for reshaping your beliefs, but it's important to use them effectively. Murphy advised creating affirmations that are positive, present tense, and personal. Instead of saying, "I will be successful," say, "I am successful." Instead of "I want to be healthy," say, "I am healthy and full of energy." Repeat your affirmations with feeling, really believing in the truth of what you're saying. It can help to look at yourself in the mirror as you say them. Do this consistently, ideally multiple times a day. Over time, you'll start to notice these positive statements becoming part of your habitual thought patterns. Set aside time each day for focused visualization. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, close your eyes, and relax your body. Then, vividly, imagine yourself living the life you desire. See yourself achieving your goals, enjoying your ideal relationships, living in your dream home. Make the images as detailed as possible. What do you see? What sounds do you hear? What does it feel like to be living this life? The more real you can make it in your mind, the more powerful the effect on your subconscious. Throughout the day, pay attention to your thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, pause and consciously choose a more positive thought. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on solutions and possibilities rather than dwelling on problems. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I'll never get this project done," pause and reframe it to something like, "I have the skills and resources to complete this project successfully." This simple shift can change how you feel and how you approach the task. While Murphy emphasized the power of the mind, he also recognized the importance of action. As you practice these mental techniques, pay attention to any inspirations or impulses you feel to take specific actions. These could be ideas for your business, a desire to learn a new skill, or an urge to reach out to someone. Trust these inspirations and act on them. They're often your subconscious mind guiding you towards your goals. Remember, the universe can bring you opportunities, but it's up to you to recognize and act on them. Make gratitude a daily habit. Each day, take time to appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how small. This could be as simple as enjoying a delicious meal, appreciating a beautiful sunset, or feeling grateful for a supportive friend. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, which aligns you with a vibration of abundance. Plus, it simply feels good, which in itself attracts more positive experiences into your life. Remember, changing your thought patterns and beliefs is a process that takes time. Don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Trust in the process and keep practicing consistently. Many people find it helpful to keep a journal to track their progress and note any changes they observe in their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. As you begin to apply Murphy's principles in your life, it's important to be aware of some common pitfalls. By understanding these potential mistakes, you can navigate around them and make faster progress on your journey of personal transformation. One of the most common mistakes people make when working with Murphy's principles is expecting instant dramatic changes. While it's true that some people experience quick results, for most of us, change happens gradually. Remember, you're working to shift deep-seated beliefs and thought patterns that may have been with you for years or even decades. Instead of looking for overnight miracles, focus on consistent, daily practice. Celebrate small changes and improvements. Maybe you notice you're feeling a bit more confident in social situations or you're handling stress better at work. These small shifts are signs that your efforts are working. Over time, these small changes add up to big transformations. Another mistake is relying solely on mental techniques without taking action in the physical world. While Murphy emphasized the power of the mind, he never suggested that thought alone was enough. Your thoughts and beliefs set the stage, but it's your actions that bring your desires into reality. Pay attention to the impulses and inspirations you get as you practice these techniques. Do you feel drawn to take a particular course, reach out to a certain person, or try a new approach in your work? These nudges are often your subconscious guiding you towards opportunities that align with your goals. Trust them and act on them. It's human nature to notice problems and worry about potential obstacles. However, when working with Murphy's principles, it's crucial to shift your focus to what you want rather than what you don't want. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on solutions and possibilities rather than dwelling on difficulties. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what's the opportunity here? How can I use this situation to grow and move closer to my goals? Consistency is key when working with Murphy's principles. Many people start off enthusiastic, practicing visualizations and affirmations diligently for a few days or weeks. But when they don't see immediate results, they lose motivation and practice less frequently or stop altogether. Remember, you're working to rewire deeply ingrained patterns in your subconscious mind. This takes time and consistent effort. Make your practice a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or eating meals. Even on days when you don't feel like it, take a few minutes to run through your affirmations or do a quick visualization. This consistent practice is what leads to lasting change. While positive thinking is important, it's equally crucial to acknowledge and process your emotions, including the negative ones. Some people misinterpret Murphy's teachings to mean they should suppress any negative feelings. This can lead to emotional repression, which can actually block your progress. Instead, learn to observe your emotions without judgment. If you're feeling frustrated, anxious, or sad, acknowledge these feelings. Then, gently guide yourself back to a more positive state. You might use affirmations, visualization, or simply focus on something you're grateful for. This approach allows you to process your emotions in a healthy way while still maintaining an overall positive focus. Murphy's principles are about aligning yourself with the universal laws that govern success and happiness. However, some people mistakenly believe this means they need to control every aspect of their lives. This often leads to stress, anxiety, and a sense of failure when things don't go exactly as planned. Remember, your job is to set clear intentions, maintain a positive mindset, and take inspired action. Then, trust in the process and remain open to how your desires might manifest. Sometimes, the universe has even better plans for you than you could have imagined. Stay flexible and open to unexpected opportunities and paths. As we wrap up our exploration of Joseph Murphy's unique approach to manifestation, it's important to remember that you're embarking on a powerful journey of personal transformation. The principles we've discussed, the power of your subconscious mind, the law of belief, and the law of attraction are not just abstract concepts. They are practical tools that, when applied consistently, can dramatically change your life. Remember, this journey is not about achieving perfection or forcing yourself to think positively all the time. It's about gradually shifting your habitual thoughts and beliefs in a more positive direction. It's about becoming more conscious of the incredible power you hold within your own mind. Start small. Begin by incorporating one or two of the practices we've discussed into your daily routine. Maybe you start with morning affirmations, Or perhaps you dedicate a few minutes each day to visualization. As you become comfortable with these practices, you can gradually expand your routine. Be patient with yourself. Change takes time, especially when you're working to shift deep-seated beliefs and thought patterns. Celebrate small victories along the way. Each time you catch yourself shifting from a negative thought to a positive one, each time you take inspired action towards your goals, you're making progress. Stay curious and open-minded. Pay attention to the changes you start to notice in your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. You might be surprised at the subtle ways your life begins to shift. Perhaps you start handling stress more easily, or you find yourself noticing more opportunities around you. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Countless others have walked this path before you, using Murphy's principles to transform their lives. Their success is proof of the power of these ideas. And now it's your turn to harness this power and create the life you truly desire. As you move forward, keep Murphy's words in mind. Busy your mind with the concepts of harmony, health, peace, and goodwill, and wonders will happen in your life. Your mind is a powerful tool, capable of shaping your reality in ways you might not yet imagine. Trust in this power, use it wisely, and watch as your life transforms. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Joseph Murphy's approach to manifestation. I hope these ideas inspire and empower you to take control of your thoughts, beliefs, and ultimately, your life. Remember, the power to change your life lies within you. It always has. Now, armed with these principles, you have the tools to unlock that power and create the life you've always dreamed of. Here's to your journey of transformation.